Hey, what's going on, all you awesome people out there? I've been making some upgrades to my stream room and my house, which requires me to move things around, which is why everything looks different and kind of a mess at the moment. And while cleaning, it was kind of funny. I found a post-it here that I wrote back in 2019 for predictions of what I thought would happen to Twitch and streaming in 2020. And reflecting back on this, it kind of looks kind of funny to see what things happened and haven't happened or may still happen. So I thought, hey, let's make a video about it and go over it and talk about it right after this. Halloween's almost here and it's time to make your stream extra spooky. There's a brand new overlay from Owned, the Neon Halloween series that'll add a little bit of spook, a little bit of fright, and some awesome color to your stream. An amazing graphic package that I just love for this Halloween season. It's so amazing even that even Vincent Price himself approves it. Want to save even more money? Make sure you use the coupon codes on Owned and click through my link in the video description down below to save even more. Now back to the video. Hey, welcome back all you awesome streamers. Wild4Games here, and this is going to be more of a nice, fun, casual video where I'm going to go over the predictions that I wrote in December of 2019 that I thought would happen in 2020 of this year for Twitch or streaming in general. So I grouped these on my computer here from affiliate to partner to things that are just in general. So let's go down the list and make it kind of fun and see what I was predicting. First, off the bat, I assumed affiliates would at some point get more emotes, and this actually kind of has happened. Depending on how many subscribers you have unlocked more emote slots. Now it's still kind of minimum. I think you get up to a max of 5 at a tier 1, and then tier 2 and tier 3 are still 1. But hey, at least we're making waves, and we may see something in the future where perhaps we unlock more at tier 2 or tier 3, or we'll see where this goes. But kind of an interesting prediction that did come true. I wrote down here on my list that affiliates would get access to squad streaming, and obviously hasn't happened. In fact, I think squad streaming actually kind of died because I don't see partners do this anymore. I don't see anybody do this, which is weird because there's so many games like Fall Guys and Among Us that seems like they would be perfect matches for this, but I don't know what happened to squad streaming. Maybe because it wasn't super popular on Mixer that Twitch kind of just said, no, we don't need it, but hey, I was wrong on this one. By the way, if anybody knows what happened to squad streaming, not that I've really dove into it, but if you know the answer, leave me a comment below because I would like a quick catch up on it. One of my biggest predictions that I thought would happen for affiliates that didn't happen is I thought partner requirements for affiliates would become a lot tougher, and I thought the biggest change would be from 75 concurrent to 100 concurrent that I wrote down on my list here. But I think I'm gonna backpedal on this one now that I have time to reflect on it, because now that Twitch has said that raids and hosts and things like that don't count towards your accomplishment number, I think it'll stay at 75 for quite some time. But I thought it would jump up to 100 because I figured once they get all the people that hit the concurrent of 75, they want to make the requirement a little bit tougher, so that way it refines their selection process and how much work they have to do. But I think now they'll keep it at 75, but that's just my opinion. All right, time for my partner predictions, and basically all of them come from what I assumed Mixer would put pressure on Twitch with. And since Mixer imploded, none of these have really happened, but let's go over what I wrote down. I assumed for partners, they would get access to essentially 2K and 4K streaming, where people can stream at 1440 at 60 frames per second and also stream at 2160 at 60 frames per second. Partners only. This way they could have better clarity to stand out for, I don't know, sponsor streams or maybe special events. And this really hasn't happened. I think it will eventually happen once they build out what they can do within Twitch to maybe catch up with YouTube streaming, because yeah, you can stream at these resolutions on YouTube. So hey, maybe in the future, but obviously not happening in 2020. Or maybe, I don't know, there's still a few months left. For my next prediction, Twitch kind of has done this at some points for special events and special partner emotes. I thought, just like Mixer, there would be animated emotes that would come or that you could unlock at special tiers or spend a certain amount of points on. And I have seen this before where they do certain things like this, but I thought maybe it would become a partner staple, if you will, to make sure that there's more of a reason to go for partner and kind of drift away from the gray area of affiliate. So that way partners can say, I have this really cool thing that makes me stand out. I think it'd still be something cool that could happen, but hasn't happened across the board just yet. One of my biggest predictions for partners on Twitch, at least, is I thought Mixer would put a lot of pressure on Twitch with FTL, which is the faster than light protocol, which essentially means pretty close to zero latency for when you interact on stream. And I thought partners would probably get something like this because it is pretty cool to have. Unfortunately, takes a lot to build out probably within the infrastructure of Twitch, and also doing just a little bit of research. FTL is not all it's cracked up to be on the back end because there are going to be a lot of problems with it if you have bad internet connection issues. So I don't know. I think this is something that'll probably happen, but we'll probably see something that just goes from latency to lower latency to lower latency, lower latency, and then, you know, as technology gets better and better, it'll eventually get close to minimal at 0 or so. But I don't think there will be an FTL at the beginning, but I think we'll try to make baby steps towards that as we continue our adventure on Twitch. All right, time for a tea break. All right, time for general. The first one I predicted for this actually kind of has come true to some degree. Prime Video integration. At first, it was something like a slow release for Prime Video that you could do for Prime Watch on Twitch, and now it's been released to everybody. But the big prediction I had is I thought we would see a lot more events based around new TV series releases and maybe, yeah, even some movies. But half has been true. The TV series has kind of happened, but it hasn't really caught fire just yet. I assume they'll probably experiment around with this a little bit more with partnered and sponsored events, maybe unlock certain things. I don't know, but that was my prediction. I assume we'll probably still see more Prime Video stuff in the future. How it's integrated and how it's done remains to be seen. Next prediction had to do with Twitch Music. Twitch has been making big strides with the Twitch Sing-Along, the Twitch Music category, the Twitch competition at last year's TwitchCon, where whoever won got like a record license with, I can't remember which company. So you can see there's been this huge progression in music, which my prediction was eventually Twitch would probably take Amazon Music, integrate it if you're an Amazon Prime member and Amazon Music member, 2 separate charges by the way, and you could stream that without DMCA restrictions or copyright restrictions or strikes, which I think would be really cool. And I think Twitch is trying to move that way with Soundtrack. I haven't really had time to dive into it just yet, but not fully there. However, I think they're going to try to get there. I would love it if they could incorporate Amazon Music on top of Amazon Prime or Gaming Prime, because then, yeah, that would make it worth it for people, and they could do share revenue with the artists and everything like that. And then you can make money off bounties. So it could be a win-win for everybody. But that was kind of my big prediction. We may see a refinement at TwitchCon, this digital one that may happen around 11/14. Need any more information on that? Check the card up there that goes a little bit more into it about how they've been hinting about it. But we'll see how music goes, because obviously it's got to go through a huge refinement going forward with all the copyright strikes and then all the other things that are going on with different industries right now. So we'll see. So either earlier this year or late last year, Streamlabs was acquired by Logitech. And I assume through this union/acquisition, Logitech would announce sometime this year that they would make a streamer-centric camera. I mean, it kind of makes sense. They want to capitalize on how streaming has exploded. And they can do really cool things like a better color profile, so you get true natural colors that would be more under your control through drivers or plug and play, more memory in the camera, so when you unplug it or turn it off, it doesn't lose all your settings. Could have PTZ, pan, tilt, zoom, under your control. Could even have things like optics on it. Like, yeah, glass in front of the camera, so that way you can zoom in, focus, have a shallow depth of field. Something that's all manageable. In between the price of, you know, above the Logitech Brio, so $150, but below a mirrorless or DSLR camera, so below $500. Hey, $300, $400 could be a good stepping stone. Didn't see this. Kind of a little shocked. You may see something like this in the future, or maybe it doesn't make sense at all. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of an interesting prediction that I think could be cool. The next prediction that I made, what I wrote down my post-it and wrote here on my computer, has started to happen super strong. And it's all about DMCA copyright strikes that are affecting streamers. And I knew this was going to happen because it had huge effects on Google and YouTube not too long ago. And obviously whatever happens to that platform is going to happen to Twitch, especially if it becomes more in the public eye. And you're starting to see this a lot with music and sound clips. But in my personal opinion, this is just the beginning. You're going to start seeing it with a lot of graphical or like things that are influenced by digital media. So if your emotes or graphics are very close to copyright infringement based off, I don't know, Pokemon, Sesame Street, any anime or manga or cartoon or movie, I think you're gonna start to see a lot of that infringement come towards Twitch. Now, I'm thinking really, really far ahead, but there's already been rules and regulation put into law, and I think even the one that passed in the EU, I'm gonna forget the number, Article 13, Article 17, really talks more and more about this. So take note of what happens on YouTube, because eventually whatever happens there and gets enforced will eventually happen to Twitch. No joke, DMCA, this is just the start. You're gonna see a lot more enforcement on Twitch. All right, I have 3 last ones, and I can't really make out my writing of what I put, but I kind of deciphered them with my dyslexia. For some reason, I put more money options on Twitch platform. I have no idea what that technically means. I assume more ways to make money on Twitch that Twitch would introduce. And we've kind of seen that literally announced a few days ago with the Twitch celebration. I don't know much about it at the moment. Seems like a new way to help support a streamer, but it's a revenue cut of 50-50 between Twitch and you. So technically it's a loss, but it's still another avenue. But we may see some other things. Maybe they bring back the bounty board for affiliates or some other things. I don't know, just tossed around ideas. I also wrote down, for some reason, stream bubble? What the hell was I trying to write with that? I don't even know. And then I wrote more bunnies or buns. Bunnies doesn't make sense to me, but buns, yeah, nothing better than having a nice butt on stream. Sure, more buns, I'm down with that. But those are all my predictions that I wrote down. I'm really curious, which ones do you find interesting, and which ones do you think you would like to see like more refined on Twitch's platform, that Twitch should really take off and push in their general direction, or streaming in general? And I would really like to know, leave me a comment down below, what do you think is a prediction that'll happen in 2021 on any streaming platform or Twitch? You know, I like to hear it all. Maybe I'll do a video early in the beginning of 2021 of my 2021 predictions that'll happen in that year, and then we'll do a retrospective at the end of the year. Could be really fun. Thanks for watching this video. It's way different than what I normally want to do, but I thought it was kind of fun. The fact that I found this underneath that thing back there, my little cube shelf, just collecting dust, and it gave me a good laugh, and it made me really reflect back on all the things that may or may not happen or could happen on Twitch's platform or other platforms. Thanks for watching. I'll stop bugging you for the rest of the day. If you want to check out some awesome videos, they're over here to the side. But until next time, I'm going to enjoy my tea and enjoy the weekend. Take care, and of course, peace. That almost hit me.